Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. Today I bring you a double V-stitch cardigan. It's a very easy and simple to do cardigan where we only have one row repeat, and this cardigan works up fast as well. So in case you're looking for a fast project to do, this is it. For this project I'm going to use robin yarn. It is an 100% acrylic yarn, or you can use any yarn of your choice. I had a pair of scissors to help me cut off the excess yarn. Two different sizes of crochet hooks. One, I used the 3.5mm hook and a 4.0mm hook. A measuring tape to help us determine the size of our project that we're going to be working on, and stitch markers. We are going to start off by making a slip knot, and we shall start our chain by using the bigger sized hook. So in this case I'll be using the 4.0mm hook to work my chain. This pattern is worked in multiples of 3 plus 2. So for this swatch that I'm going to show you in the tutorial, I'm going to chain 24, which is a multiple of 3, and I'll add 2, making 26 chains. After completing my chain of 26, I'm going to switch to my smaller sized hook, and in this case I used the 3.5mm hook. So to start our pattern, we are going to skip the first 4 chains from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we shall work 2 double crochets in the 5th chain. So work 2 double crochets in the 5th chain. After working 2 double crochets, we are going to chain 1 and work 2 more double crochets in the same chain. As you're working your double crochets, make sure that they are not tight, because if they are tight, then your project will start curling up, and we don't want that to happen. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to skip 2 chains, one, 2, and in the 3rd chain we are going to work a pair of double crochets. Chain 1 and work another pair in the same chain. So that is how it is looking like at the moment. You're going to skip 2 and in the 3rd chain work another pair of double crochets. Try to make your stitches loose, do not make them very tight. Chain 1 and add another pair of double crochets in the same chain. Skip 2, continue with the pattern, work 2 double crochets in the next chain after skipping 2. Chain 1 and add another pair in the same stitch or in the same chain. Skip 2 and continue working the pattern until you come to the end. as you come to the end of the row, you'll be remaining with 3 chains. You're going to skip 2 and work 1 double crochet in the last chain. So that is how our first row is done, and depending on how tight your stitches are, you either curl up or not, but you try to avoid the curling by loosening your stitches on this first row. For our second row, we are now going to chain 2 and turn our work. We are now going to be making the double V stitch in the chain 1 space on top of every double V stitch. So 1, 2, we're going to chain 1 and work 2 more double crochets in the same chain space. Now you're going to move to the next chain space and repeat the same 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 more double crochets in the same chain space. So we are going to continue working our double V stitch on top of every double V stitch from the previous row. As we come to the end of the row, we are going to place our final double V stitch on top of the final double V stitch from the previous row. To complete the second row, we are going to work a double crochet on top of the 4 chains that we had skipped from the beginning of the first row. So we have now completed our second row, and this is going to be the row which we shall keep repeating until we get the size of the project we're working on. So for the next row, we are going to chain 2 and turn our work. Work 2 double crochets in the chain 1 space on top of the double V stitch from the previous row. Chain 1 and work 2 more double crochets in the same chain space. Continue working our pattern. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and that is the chain 1 that we make between the 2 double crochets. So basically this pattern is that simple. All you have to do is keep repeating row 2 until you get the length of what you're working on, or the desired length. We are going to end our row by making a double crochet on top of the chain 2 from the previous row, which was our turning chain. So for every beginning of a new row, you'll be chaining 2, and for every ending of the row, you'll be making a double crochet on top of that chain 2 from the previous row. So for my cardigan, the back panel I chained 99 plus 2, making 101 chains. Then for the front panels I chained 41 chains each. And after computing, when I measured my cardigan at the end of the day, the back panel was measuring around 28.5 inches and the front panels around 10.2 inches each, leaving a neck space of around 8 inches. So we are going to place our front panels onto our back panels, and the good thing with this pattern is that it's reversible, so either side is okay, it looks the same. I'm going to fasten my front panels onto the back panel using stitch markers so that they're kept in place before I join them together. Now let's join the 2 panels together. So now what you're going to do, we are going to insert our hook into the 2 panels and attach our yarn. And we are going to work single crochets along the 2 panels to attach them together. We shall be passing our hook from one side to the other, securing the 2 panels with a single crochet. Or you can use a slip stitch. Others can use a darning needle and just sew the 2 parts together. So basically it all depends on the best way you see fit to join your panels. After finishing joining the panels together, we can as well remove our stitch markers, and this is how it looks after the join. Now that we are done with the shoulders, we are now going to attach our sleeves to our project. To do this, you're going to find the middle part of the sleeve when folded and join it at the part where the front panel and back panel meet. After aligning our sleeves with the cardigan, now all we have to do is do the same thing that we did on the shoulders and work our single crochets as we join the sleeve to the body of the cardigan. I join the sleeve from the base of the sleeve to leave room for adjustments in case of any. After attaching our sleeves, we are now going to join the two together. Just complete joining the parts together to form a cardigan. Stitch from here, this side, and from here up this side. So I want to start with the lower side. You can also fasten this together. We are now done with joining other parts, and this is how it looks like. We are now going to turn it right side out and attach our ribbing. We are going to start off by making our bottom ribbing. We are going to start the ribbing from this corner of the cardigan across until the end, the other side of the corner. And we are going to be working on the right side of our cardigan. So we are going to start by attaching our yarn in the corner, and then we are going to chain 2. So that will count as our first double crochet. We are now going to make a generous amount of double crochets all around the row, from this corner and to the other corner. So let's work our double crochets, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. For our next row, we are going to chain 2 and turn our work. We are now going to be working a front post and back post double crochet to make our ribbing. So we are going to start off by making a front post double crochet, where you will push the first double crochet in front and complete a double crochet. The next will be a back post, where we shall push the next stitch behind and complete our double crochet, and that is a back post double crochet. So we are going to keep alternating between the front post and the back post as we go on our row until we come to the end of the row. can end the row by placing a double crochet on top of the last stitch. So that is how our second row of the ribbing looks like. We are now going to work the same thing for our third row. We shall chain 2, turn our work, and where we placed a front post double crochet in the previous row, we shall place another front post double crochet, and where we had the back post double crochet, we are going to place another back post double crochet. Let's keep working our ribbing until we get the end of the row. At the end of the row, I chained 2, turned my work, and worked another row of front post and back post double crochets. So you will just keep on repeating this row for however wide you want your ribbing to be. For my project, I made 4 rows. Now that we are done with the bottom ribbing, we are now going to work on the middle ribbing. For this middle ribbing, we are going to do the same thing as we did at the bottom, whereby we shall make double crochets all along the ribbing part and work a ribbing of front post and back post double crochet, just like we did at the bottom. We are done with working on our middle ribbing. Now all that we are left to do is work on the ribbing of the sleeves. To attach our yarn, and then we shall chain 2. We are now going to make double crochets all around our wrist, but we shall be spacing them out since our aim is decreasing the wrist size. end of the row, we make a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. So that is how our first row of decreasing is done. For the next row, we are going to chain 2, and we shall make front post and back post double crochets, but in this scenario we shall be getting two stitches at a time. So 2 stitches to make a front post double crochet and 2 stitches to make a back post double crochet. After working our final front post double crochet, we are simply going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet from when we started the row. So as you can see now, the wrist area has been minimized. Now all that you're going to do is continue the pattern where there's a front post double crochet, work another front post double crochet, and where there's a back post double crochet, work a back post double crochet.
I'm fine, thanks.
Well, you let me know if you need backup. I got nothing to lose.
I will.
So just like the ribbing from the lower part of the cardigan, I made 4 rows of the wrist. So besties, that's how I came about to make this beautiful double V-stitch cardigan. In case of any questions or any queries, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. And in case you're new to my channel, please subscribe and give my video a thumbs up. Bye.